Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I'm your host Khadija Javed and I welcome you all to another insightful interview session. Today we are discussing a topic that can transform both our personal and professional lives. How to set achievable goals and stay motivated. Many of us dream of success, but we often struggle with setting realistic goals, maintaining focus, and staying motivated when challenges arise. Today, we will explore practical strategies backed by psychology and real world experience that can help us achieve our goals step by step. To help us understand this important topic, we have ChatGPT with us today, ready to share valuable insights and practical advice. Hello, ChatGPT. Welcome,
Hi there. Great to see you. Thanks.
welcome to another
What's
interview session where today's topic
hmm
is how to set achievable goals and stay motivated.
That's such a great topic. Setting achievable goals and staying motivated can really shape personal and professional growth. So, what aspect are you most interested in?
Thank you, ChatGPT, for joining us. Let's start our session. My first question is, why is setting goals important for personal and professional success?
Setting goals is important because it gives you direction. Without goals, it's easy to drift or get distracted. But when you define what you want, you can focus your efforts and track your progress. In a professional sense, it helps measure success and align with bigger objectives. On a personal level, goals give meaning and a sense of progress, which keeps you motivated over time.
Okay. Now, my next question is, what makes a goal truly achievable and how can people avoid setting the unrealistic expectations?
A truly achievable goal is one that's specific, measurable, realistic, and time bound. For example, instead of saying, I want to be fit, you could say, I'll go for a 30-minute walk 3 times a week. Unrealistic goals usually come from pressure or comparing yourself to others. So it's helpful to break bigger dreams into smaller milestones, celebrate those wins, and stay flexible if things change. That way, goals feel like steps forward, not giant leaps.
Okay, that's good. Now, moving towards next question. Many people have heard of SMART goals. Could you explain what SMART goals are and why they are effective?
Checking that quickly. SMART goals is a simple framework. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. They work because they turn big, sometimes vague ideas into clear, doable steps. Instead of, I want to grow my business, you might say, I'll increase my client base by 10% in 6 months. It keeps you organized, motivated, and more likely to succeed.
Moving forward, can you tell large goals often feel overwhelming? What is the best way to break a big goal into smaller, manageable steps?
Start by identifying the final outcome, then work backwards. Ask yourself, what's the very next step I can take that feels doable in the next day or week? Then turn that big goal into a short ladder of mini goals. Each one should be clear and give you that small sense of progress. Those little achievements keep your momentum going and make the bigger goal less intimidating.
That's great. Moving towards next question. Motivation often fades after the initial excitement. How can someone stay motivated throughout their journey?
Motivation naturally rises and falls, so don't rely only on feeling motivated. Instead, build habits and routines, like setting specific times for tasks, having accountability partners, or tracking progress visually. Celebrate small wins along the way. And when motivation dips, lean on discipline and remember your why. The reason you set that goal in the first place, that deeper purpose, that's what keeps you going when the spark gets dim.
Okay. Fear of failure prevents many people from pursuing their goals. How can individuals overcome self doubt and build confidence?
One of the best ways is to reframe failure. Instead of seeing it as proof you can't do something, treat it as feedback, a step in the learning process. Start with small, low risk actions that build confidence bit by bit. Celebrate effort, not just results. And surround yourself with supportive people who encourage growth. Confidence doesn't come all at once, it accumulates each time you try again.
Okay, that's nice. Now moving towards next question. How important are daily habits and consistency in achieving long-term goals?
They're crucial. Daily habits are like bricks you stack over time. Consistency turns small actions into momentum, and momentum makes long term goals feel possible. It may seem boring or repetitive, but those little steady actions are what actually create big transformations over months and years.
What should someone do when unexpected setbacks or failures slow down their progress?
When setbacks happen, first pause and acknowledge what happened without judgment. Then review what worked, what didn't, and adjust the plan instead of scrapping it all. Break the goal even smaller if needed. Remind yourself that setbacks are normal, not permanent. And if you can, talk it through with a trusted friend or mentor. Most progress isn't a straight line, it's more like climbing a trail with switchbacks. Keep moving, even if it's slow. That's still progress.
Okay. How can people balance um, ambition with self care to avoid stress and burnout while working towards their goals?
Balance comes from pacing yourself. Schedule rest the same way you would important tasks. Treat sleep, breaks, and simple pleasures as non negotiable. And set realistic checkpoints rather than grinding nonstop. Remember, rest isn't a reward, it's part of the process. When you take breaks intentionally, you come back sharper, more creative, and actually more productive. It's about working smart and taking care of yourself along the way.
Finally, if you could give just one piece of advice to someone who wants to achieve their goals and stay motivated, what would it be?
Start small and stay consistent. Small, steady steps done regularly will carry you much further than burst of big effort followed by burnout. Keep showing up and trust that consistency compounds. Motivation might come and go, but consistency builds momentum, and that's what carries you to your goals.
I hope this all would be helpful. Thank you, ChatGPT, for sharing such practical and inspiring insights on how to set achievable goals and stay motivated.
You're very welcome. I'm glad the conversation felt helpful. Wishing you steady progress and good energy as you work toward your goals.
Thank you. Today's discussion reminded us that success isn't about making giant leaps overnight. It's about setting realistic goals, taking consistent small steps, learning from setbacks, and believing in ourselves throughout the journey. We hope these insights encourage our viewers to start working towards their dreams with confidence and determination. Thank you for everyone for watching and being part of this interview. If you found this conversation helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our upcoming interviews on personal growth, technology, education, and success. Until next time, keep learning, stay motivated, and remember that every great achievement begins with one small step. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.